Alrighty, hello everybody, Steve-Wagon here, and welcome back to another episode of Wani Hug That Gator. Where last we left off, I wish I didn't remember what we did last time. It is with great sadness that I must say, Mr. Iadikin is gone. He has left the mortal coil from the great beast of bone cancer. We had it was a very sad moment. Almost brought me to tears, almost. But after that, we went down and we hunted for Olivia because we knew she'd be hurting the most from this event. And then we had a little trip to the fountain in the park that we've never been to. We had a nice little moment there discussing wishes, things, and such. That's all meh compared to what really happened. Inco finally said that he liked Olivia. He confessed. And the best part, Olivia accepted and said that she likes us too. And then we got a kiss. It was on the cheek, but it was a kiss. And then a little bit of a bite. We're still learning. Anyway, here we are. So let us just continue on, shall we? I am so curious to see where it goes now. Damien and Randy were waiting for us at the curb, the older man looking over Olivia with worry. When your friend told us, Soph and I were beside ourselves. I'm fine, Randy, Randy didn't really hear her as the instant her car door was open, her legal guardian pulled her up into one hell of a bear hug. Come on, I'll get you kids some hot cocoa. I think that's what Randy's voice was like, I don't remember. Damien watched on with a smile of relief as his father hauled her over his shoulder and marched into his home. You guys want to stick around? Vinny's still in school, so we'll have the consoles to ourselves. It's still pretty early, all things considered. Sure, I'd love some hot chocolate right now. Liz? I'd like to, really, but the council still needs to prepare the arrangements for Iadikins. Well, you know. That's right. Another thing, we're also having a little, eulogy. It's not a wake. I think we're having a eulogy for Mr. Iadikin. Oh, it's gonna hurt so much. Maybe I'll come by after if I can. All right. Well, if you do, I'll make sure there's some hot cocoa left. Appreciate it. With that, Liz drives off down the streets. Come on, let's head inside before we turn into popsicles. No little Christmas. Do they even have Christmas? I was just saying they don't really have. They have a cross. I am now seeing that. Someone made mention of the cross the last time we were here. I think like Rust Bucket, something. Oh, I think that was it. He made mention of it. Solly has made mention of a raptor Jesus. I don't know if that's just like wordplay or whatnot. It seems as though they may have had some sort of maybe dino crucifixion of some kind. So if they have that, do they have Christmas? I'm quite curious about that now. Setting into the well-worn couch, I notice a distinct lack of a Baryonyx. Where's Olivia? Randy chimes in from the kitchen, busying himself with an old-fashioned kettle. She wanted to rest on her bed for now, boys. Give her some time. No one can resist hot cocoa during weather like this, especially how hot I make it. Never had home-brewed hot chocolate, but if it's anything like his cooking, then it must be some good stuff. After a few minutes, Randy comes out with a tray. Ooh. Oh, he's got names on the mugs. We got a little Vinny, we got a Damien, we got a little, hey, I have one for Olivia. Oh. Here you guys go. Or here you guys go. He passes around a few Christmas-themed mugs. They do have Christmas. I I didn't even register the fact that it was like candy cane stocking thing. They do have a Christmas. So is it like a dino themed Christmas? And if so, do they still have a tree or is it something different? I must know. He passes around a few Christmas themed mugs labeled with the family's names and leaves the last one on top a nearby drawer. You're gonna have to be Vinny for a bit. You cool with that? Yeah. Thanks, Randy. Man, you look cold. Were you out there long? It's true. By now the snow on my jacket's melted and my clothes are chilly and soaked. Feel free to take a load off till you warm up. I'll be in my bedroom resting. Holler if you need anything else. He gives Damien a pat on the back and leaves. The mug is hot to the touch, but it's a welcoming feeling to warm up my icy fingers. I take a moment to gently blow air on the beverage to cool it down before moving it to my lips. Yeah, it's pretty good. Damien is chugging his. He finishes the swig and sets the glass down. That must have been half of it in one go. Well, there are multiple ways to enjoy anything. After today's events and weather, I really needed this. Another sip. It really is helping me warm up. I didn't even notice how cold I was. Hey, Vinny! Yes? Yeah? You good? I'm holding it together, yeah. Still a bit scattered. I don't blame you. Hey, Pops doesn't want you venturing back out into the tundra out there. You up for a game or something? He gestures to the entertainment setup. No, but go ahead. I'll watch. Damien thinks for a second, the few gears in his head turning in conflict. Really, I don't mind. Alright, I'll get set up. Damien sets his game up, searching several mismatched cases for the right CD and giving the screen a good thump to get it to work properly. Grabbing a controller, he turns on the Xbox One, selects something called Rock Ring ODHG, and settles deep into his groove on the couch. This one's my favorite in the series. After a minute or two of gathering a full lobby, the Dilopho Spino Dino picks his class and begins his virtual rampage. Only a minute in, and he manages to get the first kill. I'm just a bit burnt out for the day. Getting pretty tired, actually. Hey, Inco. Yeah? Olivia didn't come back with a wheelchair. Did something happen? Yeah, she isn't taking Iadikin's passing well. Man. Well, I'm glad you were there for her. My eyes remain on the screen, lost in the vibrant violence as some in-game announcer proclaims Damien's digital massacre. Damien seemed a little interested or shocked. On his part, Damien's frills waved like crazy, and it looked as if his arms also wanted to wave in victory. You want to talk about it? I don't want to take up your time, Damien. Come on, man. We've known each other for a while. You can be honest with me. ... Not sure where to begin, really. Iadikin was really cool. I don't really have the right words for it. Somehow, I think I'm underqualified to speak on it, compared to Olivia. She knew him better than I ever did. He was important to her, yeah. We talked about it for a bit before Liz picked us up, but I'm worried I'm not much help. Well, that's what we're here for, right? To help her out in any way we can. Best thing to do is to be ourselves for her, and she'll eventually go through the motions in her own way. Yeah, that makes a surprising amount of sense. I slowly look up from my mug over to Damien. And you make it sound so easy, too. He briefly meets my gaze before returning his attention to the screen. I know I'm not the smartest guy around, but I do know Olivia. We don't share parents, but she's still my older sister. Older sister?
Her birthday is first, duh. And knowing Olivia, she'll be able to manage. But how are you managing?
Me? Trying to sort the maelstrom of emotions running rampant in my head is overwhelmed, I guess. I wish I had gotten to learn more from him.
Olivia could probably recite some of his lessons by heart.
She probably could.
I remember the first time she got to work with some special pains in his class. She was just ecstatic. She came home a mess, covered all over with blues and greens and left tracks behind wherever she went. When Mom saw her carpet vandalized, she threw her right in the backyard and hosed her off. I ended up joining in because it looked fun.
Eyeing the hallway leading to her room, part of me wants to see if she's alright. That part simply wants to be close to her again. Damien looks back again, the unspoken question clearly written across his arched brows. What about Olivia and you? Speaking of, I may have told Olivia that I liked her.
About time.
Huh?
What? You two stuck together like glue ever since the summer barbecue. I mean, come on. Anyone with half a brain could see you were becoming more than friends. All the signs were there. Although it does worry me a little.
Why is that?
Well, think about it. Your teacher just passed away. You're both wrecks right now. What if that's just that suspension bridge thing?
I don't know, man. It only just happened.
You're right. Sorry.
No. You might have a little bit of a point there. Now I'm a little worried.
Now you've put thoughts in my brain, Damien.
I do like Olivia. I know that. I guess I'm a little scared of the future.
So?
There's just a bunch of things I still don't get about Olivia. Oh. Or maybe friendship in general. When I first arrived at St. Hammond, I never really had any friends like you guys. So to suddenly be involved in all of this, I don't know.
Think I get it, yeah. Things can be a little dramatic around here.
One way to put it.
What's so different about your old friends?
Never really had any.
That's the difference, they weren't real.
Well, that's not true. I had friends, but they were like day friends, you know?
Classmate friends, yeah. I got a bunch. And your folks constantly moving means they only ever lasted like a year, tops.
Yeah. Am I a day friend?
No way. You came to our parties and everything. In fact, look.
He points to the subtle, discolored patch on my jeans where Vinny's acid punch had failed to completely wash off.
We got you marked.
Thanks. It means more than you know.
To be honest, I always had a good feeling about you. Thought you'd be a decent addition to the group, but to see Olivia actually start opening up around you 2 months ago, that was unthinkable. All those years I was trying alone, you know? Made it all worthwhile. Not to take credit or anything, I'm just really glad to see her happy after so long.
Moments of Olivia and I together flash into my head. Good, bad, and everything in between. It all culminates into a single image of her staring up at me with that smile of hers. Me too. Hard to believe that she's been dealing with so much inside when I first met her.
Well, Inco, some people just have a lot of problems they hide from the world. For example.
He puts the controller down and shifts to look me in the eye. His character is instantly sniped.
That hot chocolate gave me a tummy ache.
I'm being serious.
That was serious. It could be little things like that. Little stresses that add up. Now it doesn't bother me, but someone else. It might just about ruin them. If you're trying to get with Olivia, I'll give you a nickel's worth of advice my dad told me. If a girl you like asks to wear your shirt at 2 a.m. and to bake cookies, she's an absolute keeper.
That's pretty good advice.
Just don't break her heart, yeah?
Wouldn't dare to think of it. Damien offers me a fist to bump, to which I happily reciprocate. A door creaks open. Both our heads turn back at the sound.
new outfit? Ooh.
She kneels in. Oh, wait, no, that's just her without her jacket. I think that's what she's been wearing underneath. She kneels in the doorway to her room, leaning against the side railing. Sniff. Damien nods to me and continues his game. The ambient gunfire and controller clicking fills the silence. I take the hint and stand up, slowly approaching Olivia as she tries to shuffle down the hallway. She's completely upright in a display of pure confidence. Even her tail is upright as if to amplify her dignity. I'll have to tell her how cute that is when I'm not so drained. I wordlessly offer her a hand, and she accepts. With her on my shoulder, I walk the both of us towards the living room couch and plop down on it with her. Oh, here. I lean forward to grab her cocoa from the coffee table. Most of the warmth has gone by now. Guess I can go warm it up in the microwave for her. She's tugging my arm. Come on, it's cold. She starts leaning harder against me to keep me from getting up all the way. Alright, jeez. I give her the mug and she goes to start sipping instantly. I was going to warm. My voice dies as I feel her settle against my legs with a relaxed hum. Her body relaxes more, and I'm allowed to sit up enough for her to settle in by my shoulder. Oh, so adorable. She's warm. Oh. The two of us watch Damien's game continue. Olivia continues sipping down her drink, letting one hand free from the mug. Her hand finds its way to mine, and our fingers curl around each other's. Damien plays a few more games. I don't really keep track of how well he does. He finishes one last match and yawns, stretching back over the couch.
Alright, that's probably enough for me. I'm gonna get going. You two have to give you two some space.
Okay. Damien gets up from the couch and slides his controller near the cabinet where it lied before. On his way out, he stops to look right into my eyes.
Hey, keep things chill, man. Don't do anything stupid, alright?
Yeah. He nods and heads off to the depths of the house. And just like that, it's quiet once more. Dot dot dots. Is she asleep? Dot dot dots. Hey. I don't think you've seen my room before, have you? Not at all. Would you wanna see? I'd love to. I watch her blush.
Am I getting good at this?
Okay. Just walk me there. Similar to before, I help Olivia off the couch, and we shuffle our way towards her room. Dot dot dots. Wow. It's actually a little... not as vibrant as I would have imagined. I mean, obviously she's got a bunch of stuff on there. I see she's got a few paintings hanging above her bed. Wonder if they're hers. Got a nice little, see the easel, little painting desk thing.
And I see guts! There's guts right over there!
Wow. I'm not sure what I was expecting Olivia's room to look like, but I'm surprised. It's the air that hits me first. A strange mix of a heavy, fake floral candle trying its best to cover the almost nostalgic scent of art supplies. I just saw it. Out in the corner of my eye. I think it's what, H? No.
Oh, wait, god damn it.
A little stupid Among Us dinosaur. I'm looking for the thing. The weird stuffed animal we got from the arcade. You remember that? Where is it? I don't see it, unless I am just blind, which I probably am. Oh well. Banned posters and paintings of dinosaurs cover a lot of her wall space, like the room is her own personal canvas. Her desk sat beneath the window. Again, what space that wasn't covered by the faded-looking paper was instead covered in dried-up paints. Right next to that, a dresser holding up a decades-old television and retro gaming consoles. All in all, Reminds me of the rooms they'd show in older high school movies. So where do you want? Just on the floor is fine. I gently lower Olivia to the floor, letting myself sit cross-legged next to her in the process. So, what do you think? I think it suits you. Figured you wouldn't have any chairs. I got this really soft rug and a beanbag chair over there. She gestures to a beat-up lump in the corner near a large lamp. Olivia pulls something off her bed. It's a laptop, open to a music program. But I don't recognize any of these songs, or bands, or albums. That's a pretty big track list. What music do you listen to? I'm sort of a closeted metalhead. Whenever I'm alone, I put some on at full blast while I do chores or arts. Generator Head, Super Death, Iron Tomb, you name it. Ah, yes. My favorites. Super Death. What do you listen to? Please let us get in. Don't lock us away. Mumble rap. I listen to mumble rap. If that scratches your brain, then. Anyway, my dad was super into heavy metal when I was a kid, and he got me into it. When Damien and I would be playing out in the yard and his mom would be making lunch, our dads would be in the garage, blasting heavy metal while they worked on the car. Working on cars. Such a... Every dad out there has at one point had the whole working on their car phase. Yep, my dad and Uncle Randy would fix up some cars. She clears her throat. Huh. I think that's the first time I've heard you call him Uncle Randy. Yeah, I call him that sometimes, along with Auntie Sophia. You call him Auntie Sophia? Your right hand comes off? What are you... Olivia lunges over to chomp at my hand, and I have to take a moment to check my fingers just in case. I think I got my hand still intact. Hey, I was joking. So was I. But yeah, I listen to a lot of this. You want to hear any? I would love to listen to some Super Death. I am so curious as to what they sound like. She offers me the trackpad. Anything I see, huh? Say, what kind of music is B-flat? Music is a bit lame, actually. Wait there. There's actually something else. Something else? Something nobody else gets to see. I'm gonna show you my chest. Huh? Dots. Here it is. Look. Olivia holds out a small wooden box. Ah, yes. There are 2 rusted metal latches that have long since aged past their use. Ah, yes, of course. A box chest. That is, of course, what I was thinking about. I can't see it quite well in the dim lighting, but I think if I were to hold it up in the sunlight, I'd see a thin layer of glitter glue coating the whole thing. It's also been painted carefully, with very thoughtful attention to tones. What could even be inside? Honestly, no guesses come to mind. Could be anything. What are you waiting for? Open it. I carefully open the lid. Oh, look at this. Got some, I think those are baby teeth. I see what looks to be a lighter, I think. Got a paintbrush back there. Obviously, we have a photo. Beautiful little photo. What is this, though? What is that? I'm looking at that. It looks like one of those little, like, Bakugan things. If anybody remembers those? I don't even know what this is. I want to say it's like a guitar pick, but that looks more like a guitar pick. Inside is Olivia's chest. The box filled with various baubles and trinkets. What is all this? It's like my own little hoard. I've been saving up lots of little things through the years. Nobody else has ever seen it.
She holds out the box for me to take. It's heavier than it looks. This must be some high-quality material. Box in hand, I sit on the edge of the bed. Olivia manages to crawl her way up to sit beside me. She reaches inside to grab... Do I grab something? Alright, we're getting a nice little look now. I want to grab this.
Oh, I love this little guy.
What's that?
Let me show you.
It's a Bakugan. It's a Bakugan, isn't it? Show me. Olivia rummages through the box and plucks out a tiny hexagon piece. Yes. She then places the plastic ball onto it right before my eyes. It transforms into this little robotic-looking dinosaur. It's a Bakugan! What do you call it?
Oh. This is a Gabukan. Dinoid, to be exact. I was hooked on the show when I was younger, and always asked to get the toys for my birthday and Christmas. Vinny's got the rest of my old collection. This one was always my favorite, so I keep it here.
So it was a Bakugan. Okay, what about this? What's that?
That's my first tooth.
Wow, never seen baby dino teeth up close before. It's so tiny and sharp. What's that one?
That's my 58th tooth.
Your teeth grow back?
Yours don't?
Kinda got me there.
Humans.
Okay, that was the bag. I guess that's just a nothing thing, I guess. Got a little lighter thing. Or is that an eraser?
Oh, these used to be Uncle Randy's.
Does the engraving mean anything? She shakes her head with a soft smile.
Not really. He said, it's harder to steal and hide stuff that looks unique. Really, I think he thought it looked cool and not tacky.
Well, I think it looks cool.
He would.
Hurtful. What is this? An eraser? Like your first eraser? What are these?
Just a couple of rocks I found around.
Oh, rocks.
I liked how they looked, so I kept them.
I grabbed one of the rocks to give it a closer look. It's gray with thin brown lines all around it and smooth to the touch. It'd be a perfect skipping stone.
That one's my favorite. Tastes like salt.
How do you know that?
I tasted it.
Okay, so those were just rocks. What are these little button things?
Oh, hey.
Whoa, some of these look really cool.
Of course they do. I picked all these out myself.
Where'd you get these?
I picked one up whenever I see one. They're a dime a dozen.
What are they? They just buttons? Alright, let's do the little paintbrush. I knew the words. Paintbrush?
A very important paintbrush.
Olivia's lips turn upwards slowly as each bristle of the brush flicks away from her thumb. Though she averts her eyes away from mine, I can see the green of her scaly cheeks turn red.
Sorry, just got sentimental for a moment. This was the first brush I ever had. Dad gave it to me on my 5th birthday.
Her tone falters lightly.
Dad always asked me to make him little drawings. And every time I finished one and gave it to him, he told me it looked amazing. I could barely draw a circle back then, but he'd still gush over them and
she shakes her head.
I think he put them in some scrapbook. I don't know, but he kept them all.
Olivia looks back to me, her embarrassment turning into bashfulness.
Thanks.
All right, and now time for the big one. Whoa, I didn't see this one here at all. It's a picture of Olivia's chest. I mean, of Olivia at the shore.
This was from last summer. Dad had a weekend off, and we all went swimming together at the beach. The sun was just setting, I decided to take a picture since it was a nice view. Plus, I felt pretty.
Maybe, we could go together sometime.
Maybe, yeah.
She places the photo back in the box. Minutes go by as Olivia continues showing off her personal little hoard. All tiny objects that Olivia's chosen to keep with her this whole time, eagerly explaining the significance of every little piece of her she's got locked away in here. By the time we're done, she's resting her muzzle on my shoulder. It's been a crazy long day. I'm pretty exhausted myself.
Can you... Oh... Can you put this back on the dresser there?
Sure. I gently move her off my shoulder, much to her muffled groans of protest. He asks me to move. Then I carefully place the box back where it was on the dresser. A small friend pokes his nose curiously through the bars of his cage. Hey, little guy, long time no see. Were you napping? The black and white Murid replies with a series of squeaks. I like to think he's saying that he's glad to see me. Hey, Olivia. Aw. I'm pretty exhausted too. She sleeping? Bed's definitely off limits. That leaves either the floor or the couch outside. Or that beanbag chair looks pretty inviting right now. I slump into it, the beads inside scrunching under my weight as I settle in. It's soft. It smells a bit like paint and Olivia's hair. Does Olivia lay on this while she works? ... As I start to drift off, the last thing my weary eyes take notice of is Olivia sleeping soundly on her bed. With how emotionally draining this whole day has been for us, it's nice to see her looking so peaceful. ... And more dots. Even more! Have we ever had 3 dots? All in 3 successions? I begin to stir from my deep, cushioning slumber. It feels like there's something heavy across my stomach, stopping any ability to move. Did someone throw a weighted blanket on me? Actually, it feels like whatever's on me is vibrating. What is it? I think we all know what it is. Olivia? Jeez, on me! My entire head grows hot as my brain tries to process the situation. How we're, as she's, her chest pressing close to mine. I can feel her rhythmic breathing against my body. It's deep, slow, and with a subtle but noticeable rumble with each exhale. If I focused hard enough, I could probably feel her heartbeats. Maybe she's sleep crawled onto the beanbag and didn't realize that I was on it. I should probably wake her up so she can get back to her bed. Anytime I try to move, her limbs cling tighter around my body like a boa constrictor. With all but Olivia's tail wrapped around me, any attempts of escaping her hold is fruitless. Olivia looks even more peaceful than she did on the bed. Maybe she does know that I'm here. I'll leave her be. Last thing I want to do is make her a cranky gator. With my free hand, I managed to grab my phone. Okay. Checking the time, the digital clock says it's only 5 minutes past 4:30. Plenty of time to continue my nap. I nestle my head back into the beanbag, and let the feeling of Olivia's rumbling lull me back to sleep. Oh, wait. I saw it. I saw it in the corner there, where my vision was just staying. I saw the thing. The thing, whatever that thing was from the arcade, I saw him. ... This feels nice. ... My morning alarm lulls me from my sleep and into the world of the living. I ended up spending the night at Olivia's place. Randy and Sophia thought my parents would actually be worried that I'd stayed with strangers for the night. When my folks hadn't answered their phones, Sophia was left fuming. Randy didn't look as bothered, though, and the two calmed down after I made something up about a business trip. Honestly, I'm probably right anyway. On the upside, I got to spend the night with Olivia. Last night,
We even turned the living room into some kind of blanket and pillow fort. It felt childish to huddle up on the floor with Olivia and watch her play old computer games on the outdated TV. I had more fun than I'd like to admit. But now that Fridays rolled around, it was time for school. Olivia's wheelchair's out of commission until Randy could go get a replacement, meaning she'd have to miss out today. Given the state of both her emotions and wheelchair, it pained me to have to go without her and leave her all alone. Honestly, I don't want to be alone in my cold and empty house either. Miss Sophia is one hell of a cook. Last night she made a delicious meatloaf. Guess I know now who Olivia got her culinary skills from. Whew. Alright. I rise from the couch, pulling the spare blankets off of me. The pains let me sleep on the couch, but at some point Olivia must have dragged herself from her room to join me. As I try my best to get up without waking her, I pull out my phone to check the time. It's about the same time I normally wake up. I'm kind of impressed with my own internal alarm clock, or internal clock.
You awake, son?
Hello, sir. I jump as Randy makes his presence known behind me. His hands idly button up a floral shirt as he motions ahead towards the unconscious gator lying on the couch. Guessing he has the early shifts. She wasn't there when I went to sleep.
Don't worry, not accusing you. Damien's already up, and the kitchen's got cereal. Don't be late for school.
I nod in response, taking a few moments to put my jacket and glasses on before heading to the kitchen. Even if I didn't remember where it was, it wouldn't be hard to find. Damien's busy slurping honeyed oats like a jet engine.
Oh, Inco, you hungry?
Before I even reply, the Dilophosaurus jumps out of his chair and makes for a nearby cabinet, procuring another bowl and spoon, which he slides across the table. Thanks?
Most important meal of the day, man. Eat up.
He gestures to the half-gallon of milk and a box of cereal on the table. I take a seat across from Damien and pour myself a bowl. Normally, I'd skip breakfast on account of getting an upset stomach during PE. Then again, that could be my PTSD with the burritos talking. With spoon in hand, I get a scoop of cereal and begin eating. You know, as far as cereals go, it's a little bland. If I had to guess, they probably avoid any of the colorful sugar-filled cereals to prevent Vinny from bouncing off the walls. More than he usually does, at least. I continue enjoying my bowl of cereal, with less ferocious haste than Damien. It's not long before we're both done, and Damien stands up without any intent on cleaning up after himself.
Liz should be getting here any minute now, so we can wait outside.
Sounds good. I take the time to rinse off our dishware in the sink before anything else. Damien looks a little guilty as he realizes what I'm doing. Finally, with breakfast dealt with, we get ready to head outside into the cold, harsh world. As I grab my backpack by the couch, I take one more glance at my slumbering girlfriend. She's taken up the entirety of the couch now, the blanket we shared falling away as she spreads out into the spot I was just at. Should I give her a kiss goodbye? Or maybe fix the blanket for her?
What do I do?
I want to do both. That's what I want to do. She did give us a kiss that day. Perhaps it is time to return the favor? Staring at her soft-looking lips. I meant on the cheek. I shake my head and kneel down, pressing the softness of pecs on her pressing the softest of pecks on her brow. As I turn away from her, something catches my wrist. It's Olivia's hand. She was awake! With bleary eyes full of sleep, she looks at me, silently asking me to stay.
Oh, Liz is here.
His words make Olivia tighten her grip. Painfully tight. Hey, I'll be back tonight, okay? She's fighting to stay awake, with eyes fluttering and hand grip waning. Olivia. Promise? Kneeling back down, I place another soft kiss on her head. Promise. I think she accepts that, as she lets herself slump back onto the couch.
Inco.
Sorry, had to do something. Damien huddles himself and charges into the cold right into Liz's car. She flings the passenger door open just in time for him to leap in and close it again. I get one last look at Olivia before I shut the door and hurry down as well. Man, the car is nice and warm.
Morning, Inco. You really stayed the whole night?
Liz starts down the road towards the school. Morning. Yeah, I didn't want to be alone in the snow.
Is that why you smell like Damien's deodorant? His clothes are looking pretty ragged by now, too.
Shut up. I'll have to get a shower and a fresh change of clothes as soon as possible. Damien and Liz keep the conversation moving, and my mind starts to wander. Man, poor Olivia. Who knows when a replacement chair is coming in? Could be anywhere from a few days to weeks. And she's just going to be stuck home that whole time, while I still need to go to school. It won't be the same. We won't get to be together in the art room after school. All alone, just talking, making fun of my bad paintings. Just us. Man, wait till Adkin finds out we're... Ooh. Oh. Dots. Damn it. Well, I guess he knows by now then. Man, it really won't be the same.
Yo, Inco, you good?
Nah, not really. Just kind of had a moment of forgetfulness. I'm good now.
Seem pretty down all of a sudden.
I'll be fine. I appreciate you guys, really. This has been the best school year of my life so far. So thanks for being my friends.
Hey, you're cool too. What brought this on?
Damien?
This last school year has been pretty special. Hanging out with you guys, so much has changed in such a short amount of time. Even if things are shaky right now, it's really been worth it. I have hopes for what comes next.
Me too, Liz. Dots. Silence falls over the car as Liz takes off. Damien's hand is only occasionally swatted away from the radio knob as we all sit in companionable silence. It's nice taking a different scenic route to school. Dots. Oh, we got a little snowman over there. One of them appears to be some sort of farmer, with a broom and hat, and he is getting arrested by some sort of officer. At school, the atmosphere is undeniably different. It's as talkative and rowdy as ever, but there's less of it. I don't know, maybe it's just my mind playing with me. There's less color as well, like it's been drained just a bit. It could just be the whiteness of the snow, but who knows? Maybe that's just me. The layer of snow blanketing everything outside is partially to blame. It's not just me. Man, I was looking forward to making a snowman this year. Maybe I'll be feeling it later. Solly was as stern as ever in his class. Whether it's just that he doesn't care, or his own form of respect is beyond me, but his hat was on just a little tighter than normal today. Man, too many feelings today. Moping isn't going to get me anywhere. I'm halfway to second period when the question of Ianikin's replacement strikes me. Will we just be getting a few days off? There's no way they can find a new teacher on such a short notice. Class is probably going to be on hold for a while. His name is still on the door plate when I enter. Inside, many of the students chatter with each other normally. Some nervously glance up to the teacher's desk. I take my normal seats. The vacant desk Olivia would normally be stationed at. Period's gonna suck without her. Looks like all I got to look forward to today is lunch with Damien and Liz. Man, the whole day's gonna just drag on. I want to go back to Olivia. The bell rings, and an unfamiliar woman in a suit walks in, clipboard in hand. She nods at us all and starts reading mechanically from some scripts. The substitute tries her best, but there's only so much you can get done on your first day on such short notice, and with just some papers to read out. Her tone doesn't help, drawn out and empty, and I feel myself losing focus. I look down at my half-taken notes. Shoot, Olivia would probably kill me if she knew. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. The substitute looks at the class phone in frustration as she walks over to answer its call. They both mumble back and forth for a few seconds before. We got an incognito in this class? Why can't they just get the names right? It's not that hard. ... I raise my hands. The substitute thumbs towards the door. Office call, you're wanted. Weird. What would the office want with me? ... My footsteps echo on the hard, cool tile on the way to the principal's office. I heard once that they made the halls to the faculty offices larger on purpose to scare you. Although that may just be from an old comic strip. The effect was there, however, as each of my reverberating steps sent a spike of unease through my core. When I finally stood before the principal's office, the feeling of unease peaked. Uh-oh. Slowly, I opened the door and inched myself inside. The principal was sitting behind her disorganized desk, blanketed with numerous sheets. And between me and her, Mia and Ben looking back at me from their own chairs. You wanted to see me, Principal Scaler? Yes, Mr. Nito. There's some matters we need to discuss. She motions to the third chair in front of her. I take a seat as instructed next to Ben, who's more or less acting as a personal barrier between me and Mia. Mr. McKnight has informed me that there was an incident between you and Miss Morietti earlier this month. One in which school property was severely damaged. Yeah, it was near the start of the month, so why now? I look at Ben and Mia. I'm sorry. There were more pertinent issues at the time, Inco. I had to keep pushing this back to handle things like the audit paperwork and... An excessively heavy breath leaves Miss Scaler's mouth. You should have given me the reports for this as soon as it happened. Miss Scaler looks at Ben as he frowns. This needs to be resolved by the end of the day, Benjamin. Her tired eyes turn my way. Please, so that we can finish this as soon as possible. While she spoke, my focus was on Mia, and the smile that crept across her face. From what Miss Morietti has told me, it was you who instigated it in the first place. Throwing hands! Don't think I forgot! Care to explain? What? Principal Scaler, Mia was the one who... We're aware that she caused the damage, Mr. Nito. Oh. The older woman leans forward with pen and paper in hand.
What we need to know is how this incident happened in the first place.
I think we should hear Mia's. Oh, I think we should hear Mia's side of the story first.
Oh, you son of a...
Since she was the one who inadvertently caused the damage after all. The red-scaled girl nods, holding out her hands as she begins.
Miss Scaler, I was just trying to talk with Olivia that day, when out of nowhere, Inco shows up and starts skidding on my case. I was trying to tell him that me and Olivia were just working on a project when... bam! He just whips out his camera and blinds me with it.
What? Like I would have my camera anywhere near you. What? Didn't she slap herself in the face with her tail-mounted glitter bomb?
And because I couldn't see, I kept running into things, even knocking things over. I didn't mean to do that, Miss Scaler. I know I have a temper, and trust me, Ben's been helping me work on it, but you can't blame me for going around like a headless chicken.
She can't be serious. I look at the principal, and she's just listening as her lie. And she's just listening to her lie right through her teeth.
And this isn't even the first time he's done this. I tried talking to Olivia back in September, and he pulled her away. I swear, he's been out for me ever since the first day of school.
Principal Scaler, that...
Shush!
My jaw slams shut bitterly as the principal denies me the chance to defend myself. Her eyes turn downward to a particular stack of papers atop her desk, carefully scanning one page and flipping to the next. The silence of the room is unnerving, as she flips through page after page, finally breaking the quiet by clearing her throat.
Now, Mr. Nito, you can give me your side of the incident.
I move to speak, but an overwhelming feeling of exhaustion falls over me as I recount the events of the last few days. While Mia was completely out of line the whole way through, it's true that we provoked her into doing what she did. If we had just come to Scaler about this earlier, none of this would have happened. So, doesn't that put some of the blame on us?
No, it was her! She blinded herself with her own tail, and then she went crazy.
I look over at Mia, who's currently staring at me with an intimidating glare. I quickly shift my gaze to Ben, who seems to be offering me a supportive smile. Fine. I don't want to make this any bigger than it already is. I only blinded Mia with the camera flash because I thought she was hurting Olivia. We were scared, so we ran away, and there wasn't any time to explain the situation. It was just a big misunderstanding, Miss Scaler, that's all.
Right.
As Scaler considers my explanation, Ben shifts toward me and pats me on the back. His gesture of support is contrasted by the evil grin painted on the face of the Crimson Devil towering behind him. We all stand in silence as we await a verdict. The principal stands directly in front of us now with an unreadable expression.
In addition to the report itself, our Iadikid left behind his account of what happened. In it, he describes Mia's action as openly hostile and intentional.
Could you blame her? She couldn't see anything, and she was in a lot of pain.
In either case, it seems both parties are in agreement as to what happened. Iadikid didn't mention a motive in his report for some reason, but I suppose that clears it up.
Besides, making a big deal out of this during the audit isn't such a good idea. Principal Scaler looks ready to object to the line of thinking, but ultimately says nothing. ...
Now, I would like to give the benefit of the doubt, especially at a time like this, but given the extent of the destruction, I don't feel I can do that. It would bring me no greater relief than to have you off my mind for a few days, Miss Morietti. But given that both of your classmates' statements, you may not be fully to blame. I think a week of Saturday detentions to assist with cleaning up the hallways in order.
Huh? Miss Scaler, if I may. The principal sighs and nods. I spoke with the janitors about it. They all agreed that it could be done in a single day if they have enough hands. And they all have plans for December. It wouldn't be fair to bring them in and cancel their leave. Miss Scaler growls and rubs her temples.
Right. In that case, Mia, Inco, you'll both get one Saturday detention to help repair the hallway. You are expected to arrive at 10 a.m. sharp and work on cleaning up the mess you made. Now, if the three of you don't mind, please leave me be. I have more things to focus on.
She doesn't even look up at any of us. I turn towards Ben, who looks absolutely relieved. And Mia, who looks positively overjoyed. She skips out of the office without another word, leaving both Ben and I to stare blankly at each other for a few seconds. Eventually, we shuffle out of the room together.
Oh. All that, she only gets 1 day of detention? 1 day of cleaning, and I have to be there with her? ...
Well, I guess that's it. Damn it. I've never gotten detention before, but I find it hard to care much anyway. I just want to get home, or go see Olivia again. Inco, are you okay? My head turns half-heartedly toward Ben. No, not really. Look, man, I'm really sorry for what happened back there. But thanks for helping me out. I didn't want to make a big deal out of this since me and Olivia are both struggling. Speaking of Olivia, is she doing all right? She's at home right now. Well, you want to comfort her. She's going through a lot right now. You think I don't know that? I know you are, too. You could use each other, especially after what happened. ... I'm already going to see her after school. That's good. I have to go. But thanks again, Inco. You really did me a solid here. Besides, detention isn't all that bad, and it's not going to appear on your record. I can make sure of that. Huh. Thanks, Ben. Don't mention it. With a smile, the student council president nods at me and turns to leave. Before long, it's just me standing in the empty hallway outside of the office. It's only lunch, and I already want to go home and fall asleep. At least Damien and Liz are probably waiting for me. ... After school, I took the metro back home to shower and put on some new clothes. As it turns out, my parents really were on a business trip for the weekend, as indicated by a sticky note on the fridge. Huh. Well, I'm back at the Paynes regardless. Randy opens the front door to let me in.
Ah, there you are. Damien mentioned that you'd be coming over late. later.
Hey, Randy.
Say, Inco, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind shoveling the snow off in the driveway when you can. Really would appreciate it. I'll even pay you a couple of bucks for it.
No need for payment, sir. As thanks for letting me come unannounced again.
Thanks a bunch, really.
As Randy leaves, I collapse onto the couch and let my head rest against the comforter. God, that whole thing with Ben and Mia really took a lot out of me. The weight of my heavy thoughts drag my head sideways until I can see Olivia's bedroom door. My eyes linger there as I consider getting up to see her or just giving her some time to come out. She has to know I'm here now, right? She probably does. She also probably doesn't want to do her silly knee walk thing again. I wonder how mad she'd be if I caught it on camera. Our presence then cuts off my view before sitting right next to me.
Hey, you alright, Inky? You were kind of out of it at lunch.
For a moment, I considered telling Damien about what happened. But honestly, the last thing I want to do is bring this sort of drama into what I could consider my safe haven. Yeah, I'm alright, Damien. Just had a rough time at school and I'm hoping to take my mind off of it.
Ah, that's probably understandable. I mean, what with everything that's been going on and all.
If only you knew. In an attempt to comfort me, Damien pats my shoulder.
Tell you what, I'll finish up my homework, and then we can chill over a game of rap ring or something. That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sweet.
See you. Alone again. My stomach is aflutter with butterflies as I get up from the couch. Olivia's room is just a couple of steps away, and each one stirs the butterflies even more. Once I reach it, I feel like I'm in the shadow of a colossal monolith. Come on, Inco. You just gotta knock. Damn it, arm. Just lift up. Stop shaking. Knock, knock. I'm awake, Uncle Randy. It's me, Olivia. I hear a quiet shuffling before Olivia speaks up, more loudly this time. Inco? Yeah. Are you okay? Decent? Damn you, brain. Can I come in? Yeah, just watch your step. Watch my step? My hand is still shaking as it makes contact with the knob. With a deep, calming breath, the butterflies start finally slowing down, and I'm able to push the door open. Oh. And see blackness. Olivia? The room is extremely dark. The only source of light is coming in from the entryway. I have to take my sunglasses off in an attempt to see through the darkness better. Olivia? The heck happened in here? Why is it so dark? I make out Olivia's shape in her bed. It's a long story. Come in and sit on the bed. Don't you have a lamp? Can't you turn it on? I don't want to ruin it. Is darkness really necessary for whatever this is? Yes. Alright, jeez. I take a few careful steps forward and stub my toe on the edge of the bed. I fall forward onto it, crunching onto something. Shit, Inco. Are you alright? Yeah. I have a better view now. Olivia sits in the middle of her bed, wrapped in her blankets. Surrounding her are piles and stacks of old drawings and sketchbooks through the years. They're arranged in rings around her. And I've fallen onto the outer ring. Whoops. Oh crap, sorry. Get up, get up. I carefully lift myself back up. There's not too much damage. Olivia shoos me off that part of the bed. What is all this? Actually, how is it so dark to begin with? Don't you have a wind? ... Did she paint the window? I can explain. Please do. Olivia inhales deeply. After you left, I had some time to really think. It was just me and my thoughts, alone. Maybe a little too alone. Something within me just needed to come out. I just felt this need to... Well, I was inspired to do this. Some act of defiance against the world, or something. I'm still figuring it all out. I feel kind of bad now, just leaving you alone here. Sorry. I could have called out sick or something. There's no need to feel bad, though. I really needed this. Because after I got everything set up, I got to thinking. And I had all day to do it. Iadkin put in a lot of effort on me. He wouldn't be proud of me throwing a pity party for myself. So all this, I'm getting it out of my system. They're called performance pieces when someone does this sort of thing. It's all I can do, but I think it's enough. A performance piece? Olivia, this is amazing. You're able to keep striving onward with your work. Thanks. I mean it. You're not missing a beat. Not letting what happened get you down. And here I've been all day, all gloomy. I admire it. I guess you're right. That's one way of looking at it. Do you want to come out into the living room? No, I think I want to stay here a while longer. It still hurts. Alright. I squeeze her hand and head back to the door. I'll be out here for a while then. She nods and shuts the lamp off again. I shut the door and sit back on the couch. A performance piece. I never would have thought of that. Man, that really is something else. Hey, Vinny. I wave at Vinny and Damien, the two brothers entering the living room from behind me. I guess their room's back there.
Man, do I have a great time or what?
I take a moment to consider what he means, when Vinny plants himself right in front of the television and begins pulling something from the cabinet underneath. Oh. You mean it's game time then?
Yeah, man, it's game time.
Damien takes the spot right next to his brother and helps him in setting up the large squat block of consoles. Man, that thing looks pretty old.
And huge. Okay, we're all set.
A controller is tossed into my lap, and I marvel at just how large it is. Thanks, Damien. But I'm not much of a gamer. In fact, I've never actually played anything more than some Flash games online.
Nah, it's cool. We can play something simple till you get used to it, or...
I don't want to be a bother, Damien. I'll be fine just watching for now.
That's weird, Inky. You're weird.
You're weird.
You don't even like movies, you little freak. Don't think I forgot. Bro, chill. Give Inky some time. He'll be playing once he sees how awesome it is.
The young boy nods and focuses back on the screen. The screen flashes to a menu screen of some kind. Reclining deeper into the couch, I allow my mind to drift. ... I don't know how long my brain was off, only that it came back when I heard the telltale noise of a door hinge opening. Looking in the direction of the noise, I see Olivia on her knees, casually shuffling along the floor to the couch. Hey, Olivia. The game pauses when I say that, and the two brothers also wave at her. Hey guys, dinner ready yet?
Almost, little lace.
Randy's shout comes from the kitchen. When did he get here? Man, I must have spaced out for a while. A quick check on my phone says I've been in deep thought for at least an hour.
Whew, okay. The fish is ready, you guys.
Fish? But I didn't hear any cooking. I don't smell anything.
You kids coming? Just a sec.
Olivia and Vinny follow after Randy's voice without a word, while Damien quickly pauses his game and sets the controllers aside before motioning me to join them. The fish isn't cooked, is it? I push myself up and trudge towards the kitchen. No, it should be cooked. They grilled the meat back at the party. The fish should be cooked, right? Inside, the Payne family is hurrying to sit at the dining room table. Even Olivia is struggling to help herself up into a chair, but a hand from Damien pulls her up. On the dining room table sits a silver tray covered in raw fish, wasabi, bottles of soy sauce, and slices of ginger. It could also be sushi. That's also an option. Or sashimi?
Ever have sashimi, Inco?
I'm actually very familiar with it. I'm surprised at my sudden turn of luck. Many times, actually. My family orders stuff like this on the weekends a lot.
Hey, that's great to hear. Well, don't just stand there. Feel free to join us.
I eagerly take a seat, starting to feel slightly rejuvenated. Everybody begins to pass out plates to one another, and we all pluck pieces of salmon from the tray and place them onto our plates. 5 minutes in, and everybody is enjoying the fish. I can't help but notice nobody else is eating properly, though. They soak their fish in soy sauce, and the ginger seems to be eaten at random rather than used as a palate cleanser. to just wantonly eat this delicious meal like that. I raised my voice to get the attention of everybody at the table. I shouldn't be doing that. You know you're supposed to be eating the wasabi and soy sauce on the same piece of fish, right? On opposite sides like this. I offer a demonstration. No kidding. Good to know. And the ginger slices are supposed to be eaten between pieces as a way of cleansing your palate and aiding digestion. Come on, who has the time? Plus, I like the taste. If you're going to eat traditional food, you should eat it the right way. Damien smirks at me, and I can tell neither he nor Vinny has bothered to listen to what I have to say. At least Randy and Sophia have at least tried out the technique, albeit sloppily. And Olivia's looking at me with a bit of a pout on her face. What's wrong? We're not at a restaurant, Inco. Let them eat however they want. But the correct way ensures a balance of flavor. Maybe, but there's no accounting for taste, you know. Technique is the most important part of food like this. In some cases, it's even deadly if you don't follow careful instructions. Ever heard of fugu sashimi? It's made from pufferfish, and if you don't prepare it right, it can be deadly. Good thing we're not eating pufferfish then. Well, yeah, but it's the idea behind it. You're welcome to eat it however you want. Just let us enjoy the food, okay? Fine. Olivia gives me an earnest smile before returning to her fish. It's a little disappointing to hear, especially since they don't get to eat this kind of food very often. It's kind of a waste if they don't eat it right. ... After dining, Olivia, the Payne brothers, and I are all back in the living room. On the TV screen, two large robot-looking figures fire at one another with automatic weapons. No one bothered to keep track of time. We all were too enraptured by the pixelated entertainment before us. Which is how I'd miss my last chance home. Miss Payne didn't look too upset though. In fact, I think they expected me to spend the night again. Especially with how Randy had been so quick to pull out some blankets and pillows for me. Both of the parents insisted I'd stay, and it's not like I could realistically walk home. So once again, I'm staying over, and currently sat at the foot of the couch with Olivia, and we're both bundled up to stave off the chilly winter nights. The soft, growling purr that Olivia makes when she's content has become almost therapeutic to me. So, how are you feeling? I really enjoy spending time with everyone like this. Thank you for being here, Inco. I feel a lot better knowing you're with me. Same here. Her palm wraps around my left hand, and I give her a reassuring smile. In all honesty, I should probably go to bed by now. Don't want to be tired and sad, you know? Yeah, I get it. Well, you could always join me in my room. ... I couldn't. Randy would kill me. Yeah, you're right. You want to help me up? Oh yeah, sure. With some careful movements and support of her tail, I help Olivia shuffle herself towards her room. I narrowly avoid stubbing my toe again as I set her down on the bed as she quickly wraps herself in blankets. See you in the morning, Inco. You too. I quickly make my exit and close the door behind me, eager to hide the growing blush on my face. At this rate, I don't think I'll ever get used to this whole romance thing. Either way, I head back to the living room and fall onto the couch, getting ready to pass out. All in all, today was pretty good. ... Mornings in the Payne residence were lively, to say the least. And we will have to find out how lively next time. Whew, okay. We went through quite a bit here. Had some nice little romance moments with Olivia. Freaking Mia. That whole fiasco, the whole blackmailing thing, I don't think that's been voiced up as of yet. No one really knows except me, Olivia, Mia, and Anakin. All she gets is a day's detention, and I have to be there as well? Oh, man. Anyway, I hope you all are enjoying this as much as I am. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.